Welcome to class, 8th graders. Okay, let's jump right in. Today we're going through a lesson that honestly turns everything the world tells you completely upside down. We're talking about what it means to exercise true, godly strength. Our title today is Bearing with the Weak, True Strength in Action. So what do you do when you are literally the strongest in the room? I want you to really think about this for a second. Picture it. Imagine being the absolute best at a sport, like you're the star basketball player on the court. Or maybe you're always the fastest one to understand a super complicated math concept. Or hey, maybe you just feel really far along and confident in your faith. When you look around and see someone else struggling to dribble the ball, or failing that math quiz, or just having doubts, how do you treat them? Do you roll your eyes? Do you kind of show off? Or do you pause and actually help? Well, that question is exactly what we're tackling today. Section 1. The strength to be patient. Now, this illustrates the big everyday tug-of-war we constantly face. On one side, we have living to please ourselves. And let's be real, this is our natural worldly urge, right? When we're really good at something, it feels awesome to just sprint ahead, enjoy our success, and cater to ourselves. But on the other side is the biblical standard, caring for others' needs. In Romans chapter 15, the Apostle Paul drops some serious wisdom. He teaches that strong believers are actually commanded to bear with the weaknesses of those who aren't quite as strong yet. Love teaches us that we can't just leave people in the dust. We have to prioritize the spiritual growth and the genuine needs of our peers way above our own desire to just show off and be first. Section 2. Jesus, our ultimate example. The amazing thing here is that we aren't just handed a list of tough rules and told, well, good luck figuring it out. No way. We have a perfect, living model to look up to. Christ did not please himself. He lived in obedience to the Father and gave himself for others. Think about it. Jesus possessed ultimate strength. He literally had complete authority over everything in the universe. He could have easily chosen to live entirely for his own comfort, but instead, he completely surrendered that comfort. He gave himself up for our sake. He stooped right down to our level of weakness just to lift us up. So how do we actually do this in the school hallways and in our classrooms? Well, we focus on specific traits to copy from Christ: patience, humility, kindness, self-control. When you're interacting with a classmate who is still growing, maybe they're acting a bit immature or they are just absolutely not getting the lesson, you don't react with a heavy sigh and frustration. You react with patience. You lower your pride with humility, you respond with kindness, and you exercise the self-control to hold back that sarcastic comment you really wanted to make, right? That is what true godly strength looks like in real time. Section 3. Building up the weak. Okay, so here's a crucial point. Bearing with the weak isn't just about silently putting up with them. You're not just tolerating someone with a forced, fake smile. It's about actively providing support to help them grow stronger. Because God gives patience, comfort, and unity to his people. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're thinking it is so exhausting to always have to be the patient one. And you know what? You're right. It is hard. But I want to reassure you, when you feel frustrated, you don't have to manufacture that patience all by yourself. God is the one who provides the patience and the comfort you need. And when you lean on him for that strength, the incredible result is genuine unity among you and your friends. And that brings us perfectly to our memory verse today. Therefore, receive one another, just as Christ also received us, to the glory of God. That's Romans 15, verse 7. Let the gravity of that sink in for a moment. Accepting and helping one another isn't just about being a quote-unquote nice person. No, when you actively receive someone who is struggling, just as Jesus received you when you were struggling, it directly brings glory to God. It's like your actions become this living, breathing reflection of God's love to the rest of the world. Section 4. True faith in action. Let's look at a practical game plan for everyday life. Because as believers, we are all walking through a work-in-progress salvation. Literally, none of us are finished yet. So here are the steps. 1. Receive one another. Welcome them in exactly as they are. 2. Build one another up. Use your strength, your knowledge, your unique talents to actually help them grow. And 3. Glorify God together. You see, genuine faith doesn't just obsess over personal freedom or what you're personally allowed to do. Genuine faith loves, serves, and helps others keep walking with the Lord so that you can cross that finish line together. Section 5. The Godly Learner Philosophy. Now, let's connect this biblical lesson directly to why we pursue education the way we do right here at HeroesMart Academy. Romans 8, verses 6 and 7 tells us something vital. To be spiritually minded is life and peace. If you are only chasing intelligence without ever submitting your mind to God,
The Bible warns us that path actually leads to destruction, but keeping our minds focused on God, staying spiritually minded, that leads to true life and true peace.
And guys, this brings us to the very core of everything we do. Education without morality hurts. Let your knowledge help you make wise, God-honoring choices. This is exactly why HeroesMart Academy completely intertwines biblical morality with your education. Think about it. If you get really smart, really fast, and incredibly capable, but you have zero moral compass, that knowledge can actually be super harmful to yourself and to the people around you. True academic excellence absolutely must be paired with spiritual wisdom. The goal of your education isn't just to make you more capable. The goal is that your capabilities are always submitted to God. Keep your mind centered on Him, on truth, on wisdom, and on making righteous choices in everything you do. So, I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question as we wrap up today's lesson. How will you encourage someone on the path of following Jesus today? I don't want this to just be a cool concept you heard and then immediately forgot by lunch. I want you to take action. Right now, grab a pen and paper. I want you to write down or even draw one specific way you can build up a peer who is still growing in their faith. Maybe it's sitting next to someone who is usually totally alone in the cafeteria. Or maybe it's helping a classmate with a difficult math problem, but doing it with total Christ-like patience. Remember, true strength is lifting others up. Thanks for diving into this with me today, 8th graders. Now go out there and put that godly strength into action.